Hi everyone, my name is Julie Sorensen. I'll get right to it. These are my abs, these are my kids, 8, 6, and 2, and these are some of the workouts that I do. This first one is called Heels to the Heaven. You want to breathe out all your air, pull your belly button down to the floor, and lift your butt. No rocking over top of your face. You can repeat any of these exercises for 12 to 15 reps, or as many as you can do for 3 to 4 sets. They can be done as a superset inside a different workout or all together as I've showed in this video. So again, it's straight up. You're breathing out each time. The next one is the same exercise, just a different angle that I'm showing you. You're breathing all your air out, pulling that belly button down, and lifting your legs. Note how slow I'm going. A lot of fitness abdominal workouts out there are great, except I can't do them because of my Diastasis Recti, which means I just have a split abdominals from having children, from being pregnant. These are stomach vacuums. You breathe out all your air again, suck your belly button into the floor, and pull your belly button up and into your rib cage. You want to hold it as long as you can and then release. Breathe out, pull down, and create a vacuum with your abs and hold as long as you can. Sometimes I even do a little tiny pulse while I'm holding my breath in that bottom position. This is just sped up for you. The next exercise is very similar to the first one, except you're going to lower your legs ever so slightly. Breathing out all your air, pulling your belly button down, and lowering your legs. Notice that my legs or my heels are not going to the floor. As soon as I feel like I can't keep the tension in my lower back on the ground, I stop, come back, reset my breath and my abs, and then come back. So with each one, I'm resetting my breath, blowing out all the air, pulling the belly button down, and lowering the legs slightly. Even if you can only do 2 inches, that's great. These are similar to the stomach vacuums I showed earlier, except these ones are on your hands and knees. You're pulling your belly button up to the ceiling, creating a vacuum, holding it, and then release. Breathe out, create the vacuum, hold. Sometimes you give a little crunch at the very top, and then release. These are heel-toe switches, very similar to the first 3. You're creating that pushing the breath out, pulling the belly button down, and then you're going to switch your heels and your toes while your legs are in that lowered position, and then raising the butt just ever so slightly as you push the heel up with the other toe. My suggestion as you do these exercises at home is to tape yourself, because sometimes you don't know what your body's doing until you see yourself in a taped motion. These are glider pikes. You can use cardboard boxes or rags on a hardwood floor. Again, you're breathing out all your air. This is super important. Breathe out, pull your belly button up to your back. A lot of times when you're doing glider pikes, people are just throwing their hips up into the air, but I want you to think about creating that crunch from the bottom of your rib cage to your pelvis. You're creating a crunch, and don't let your back sag in the plank position. These are very similar to the very first exercise I gave you, but this time I'm actually going very quick. And I'm trying not to let my butt go all the way down to the floor. So I'm breathing out all my air, pulling that belly button down, lifting the hips, and then pulsing at the very top. There's constant tension there. I do as many pulses as I can in one breath, and then I reset. These are basically just crunches with a little pulse at the top. You can see my diastasis going in and out right where my belly button is. There's kind of like a crater. So I'll crunch up, but see, I'm breathing all my air out, and then I pull my belly button down with pulses. Here it is again. Tried to give you different angles of this exercise because it's a little difficult to understand. So I'm crunching up and pulsing down with my belly button as many as I can with one breath. Breathe out, pulse down, pulse, 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 if that makes sense. So I'm pulling my belly button into the floor in one breath and then going down and resetting again. I tried to give you different angles of the exercise. All right, so there it is. I get asked all the time, and so here's finally the video of some of the abdominal exercises that I do. Give them a try. Let me know how it goes.